Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning. I'm Gabrielle Mediak.
And good morning, everybody. I'm James Tully. The storm is here. The snow piling up, frigid temperatures right behind it, impacting not just south central Pennsylvania, Gabby, but this storm impacting more than half the United States.
And it's been quite some time since right here at home we've experienced anything like this.
Absolutely is. We have meteorologists Tony Martin and Jacob Hitz both watching the storm's path for us. Our team coverage is going to start with Jacob, who has a look at what's currently happening. Nothing unexpected to this point, Jacob.
No, and this is, like you said, pretty much what we expected. Some of the heaviest snowfall coming now. Snowfall rates will start to slow down as we get to the afternoon. That could open up the window for some sleet in some of our southern spots as well. And that's what we've been talking about over these last couple of days, where exactly that sleet line comes up, how far north does it go. But your best bet, the further north and west you are, that's your best bet of picking up the most snow once this is said and done.
Of course, and just stay home if you can. We've been saying it all morning long, but if you do have to go out, well, we have a bunch of reminders for you coming up.
We certainly do. First thing, before we send it over to you, take lots of time. Allow lots of time. Our reporters are out there looking at current conditions to give you a look at that if you absolutely have to travel today.
It's going to be a busy one out there for those PennDOT crews especially. I know we were talking with Fritzy in our last hour. She said that they already had a plow truck reported get hit in York County, which is just mind-boggling.
Yes, it is.
You're not supposed to be right behind those plows to begin with.
Give them all the space they need.
Oh my gosh,
Correct.
especially on a day like today.
Correct. And again, the messaging still stands. If you don't have to be outside, don't. It's that simple. This is a live look over Harrisburg. Let's backtrack a little bit. This is our Lewistown Skycam time lapse. Starting at around midnight or so, the snow falling shortly thereafter. And as we got to around 8:15, 8:30 or so, you can even see down underneath where plow trucks go through and leave a path, and then the path gets filled right back up again. Visibility, though, pretty bad for most spots out there. We'll go back to Harrisburg this morning, where you can barely see the state capitol, with visibility anywhere from a half mile or less for most of us as the snowfall continues to come down across the area. Latest reports for snowfall so far: New Bloomfield and Perry County coming in at our highest right now at 5 inches. Manheim a little under 4 inches. Of course, we have reports in Hershey and Harrisburg and Dauphin County of around 4 inches so far. And these rates are only going to go up as we go through the rest of the day. York bottoming out at 3. I know Sedona, when she last checked, it was around 3.5 over down the street. Some technical issues there from PennDOT this morning, but some spots that we can see from Mifflintown and 81 at US 11. Lots of snow-covered roadways out there and very few people out there. Of course, that winter weather warning, or that winter storm warning, lasting all morning and into tomorrow. We'll turn things over to Tony now to talk about what to expect as we go through the rest of today and into tomorrow. And Tony, obviously those bitter cold temperatures, right now temperatures in the teens and single digits, feels like below zero. That's not changing anytime soon, and that's not going to help the cleanup efforts with this snow, especially when the winds kick back in tomorrow.
Yeah, Jacob, it's so cold. It's a very dry, fluffy snow. So if you're shoveling over the next couple of hours and you go out there, it's very easy to move. That's the only good thing about it, is it is easy to shovel and lift and get it off of your driveway and off of your sidewalk. The problem is things are going to continue to pile up over the next 8 to 10 hours, and then the winds are going to pick up from the northwest during the day tomorrow. So think about it, how easy it is for us to shovel it, how easy it will be for the wind to push it around as it picks up during the day. We'll see a lot of blowing and drifting snow, it looks like, tomorrow behind the storm. Everybody under a winter storm warning through 1 o'clock tomorrow. Snowfall expectations really not changing all that much since the end of last week when we put out our first snowfall map. The area sort of bisected northwest to southeast. Now, this does include the expectation of sleet to cut down on snowfall amounts across York and Lancaster counties especially, and likely closer to 6 to 9 inches of snow here. Now, if the sleet gets delayed even by a couple of hours, you'll see 10 to 14 inches of snow. But again, we're counting on some sleet to come in and cut down on snowfall totals, but it's just going to make things worse as far as traveling and trying to remove the snow, because you throw some of that heavier sleet down into the mix. Either way you look at it, we've got a lot of digging out and cleaning up to do later on today and into tomorrow. Weather impact alert today through Tuesday. Today because of the storm, tomorrow because of the blowing snow, Tuesday morning because of wind chills as low as 10 to 20 below. Out the door early Tuesday. Here's a look at radar as we scan the skies, and again, a lot of dark blue all the way up now to about 81 and 78. where you're seeing the deepest blue, that's where snowfall rates are about 2 inches per hour. North of there, around 1 inch per hour into Lewistown right now, Mifflintown to Lykens to Lebanon. But then south of there, it is really coming down fast and furious, and that's going to continue over the next several hours. Heaviest rates have been moving through Franklin, Adams, and York counties over the last hour to an hour and a half. And with 2 inch per hour rates, you've picked up since 8 o'clock another 2 to 3.5 inches of snow. And it is just so cold. So even for the kids to go out and enjoy it, you can't build a snowman with this snow. It's too powdery. It's like powdered sugar. But as temperatures do come up a little bit as we go into the middle part of the week, maybe doing some sled riding, I'm sure kids will be out there tomorrow no matter what because, hey, these deep snowfalls, they don't happen a whole lot, it seems, here in our part of the world anymore. 10 right now in York, 10 in Harrisburg, 10 also in Carlisle. With a light breeze from the east, it feels right now like it's a few degrees either side of zero, and we'll only make it later on today into the mid to upper teens for a daytime high. In the pipeline, what's still to come? Plenty of moisture off to the south and southwest, a lot of heavier rain and snow moving northeastern into our bitterly cold air mass right now, where we're only sitting at around 10 degrees.